Hello and welcome everyone. So this is going to be a build guide for Kinetic Fusillade Elementalist, low budget, low to mid budget character that is good enough for you to clear tier 16.5s and tier 17s, that has pretty good damage. It's not too survivable. It doesn't have a lot of blocks, spell block, suppression and stuff like that. It has pretty chunky health pool, and it has some ways to restore that. It has pretty good damage, near 10 million DPS in regular situations on regular maps. So if you are interested in this way, in this type of a fast farming character that is quite fun to play, you only have like couple of buttons. So that's this type of builds is they are very popular currently. Kinetic Blast is a bit more popular than Kinetic Fusillade, but the Fusillade skill itself is pretty decent as well. It can clear every single map that you want to farm, that you want to complete quite fast enough. And this one character in particular doesn't have a lot of expensive items on it. It doesn't have like expensive items on it at all. And probably now let's go and look at the PoB of the character, because that is going to be a bit more productive. So this character, as you can see here, it has like okay-ish effective hit pool for a map runner. You're probably gonna die from time to time, but your clear speed is going to be fast, it's going to be effective, you have a lot of damage, you don't have a lot of different mods that you cannot run on your maps, and the gearing system and the understandability of the character and the build are quite low, and it's quite easy for you to do that. I'm just gonna speed run through the items. As you can see here, these are mostly rare items with quite regular mods, nothing too fancy, nothing too special. Warped Timepiece, very cheap amulet that is very popular in this league on these types of characters. Just a Dusk Ring, and otherwise it's mostly for your skills to have a reduced effect duration with time clasp, of course, and some other items that are mostly rare, pretty cheap, easy to get. Flasks, maybe except for Dying Sun. To be honest, I'm not really that familiar with the pricing of Dying Sun currently, but yeah, it can be like a little bit expensive. Of course, the grafts, and with the jewels, it's just like Megalomaniac, Watcher's Eye, and Lethal Pride with Chaos for some additional double damage chances on our notables. Nothing too fancy. Let's go and check out so if you want to look at the tree in general, this is how it looks. We're gonna go for the talent tree in a bit more details and in as for ascendancies a little bit later. Now let's go for the skills. What's our main 6 link? It is of course Kinetic Fusillade itself, Trinity, increased critical damage. We are a crit build. Awakened elemental damage with attacks, less duration, and awakened greater multiple projectiles. So these all, they are quite I guess they are quite understandable. You want to have highest levels on less duration too, and just in general, high levels, high quality. Then we are using Lightning Warp as our traversal skill, as our dodge skill as well. Less duration, faster casting. It's going to work very fast because we have a lot of less and reduced duration of skills on our character, which means that Lightning Warp will be very comfortable. Then of course we are Golemancer in terms of Elementalist being a character that uses a lot of different golems for buff effects on herself. Summon Flame Golem, Summon Stone Golem, Lightning Golem, and Ice Golem. These are very good for us. Then with Spellslinger we are using Tornado. That is to increase our output in general. Herald of Ice, and then Herald of Thunder for increases to clear and some additional flat damage that we are gaining from them. Wrath as well for additional damage. Automation with Steelskin as our defensive pair. And then a Sniper's Mark with Mark on Hit for the automatic appliance of those, and Arrogance with Clarity for some additional mana regeneration rate. We do have a lot of mana regen, not only mana leech, because we have the lightning golem, and with all the increases to its effect and stuff like that, our mana regen is pretty good. And then yeah, that is it when it comes to skills. It is very simple, it is very straightforward. Now let's look at the talent tree. In talent tree we are specifically targeting wand clusters, of course. Then we are going for all the crit strike, crit multi ones, golems. Golem commander is essential for us. We have some rune grafts as well, again, for, as you can see here, some additional effects like debuffs on us expiring faster and buffs on us expiring slower. We go for some increases to herald effects as well, which can be useful, and especially it's good for you to have as much mana as a reservation efficiency in general. We do have some cluster talents for that as well, talents on cluster jewels, I mean. Then the Watcher's Eye gives us increased critical strike chance while affected by Wrath, and some portion of lightning damage leached as energy shield while affected by Wrath as well. We have quite chunky energy shield, and energy shield leech rate is very powerful, so we do indeed need at least like some of modifiers that leech our attack damage as energy shield, and this one in particular works very, very well here. Then we are getting power charge nodes, more wands nodes, some additional, because we have different types of elemental damage that we are applying. We have automatic exposure appliance through our gloves, through the influence thing, the inflict lightning exposure on hit, and here we do have a chance to inflict cold exposure on hit as well, because we are elementalist and we are greatly benefiting from those exposures. It is very good, and just in general we take here these chill nodes, and we are using Shaper of Winter for that guaranteed chill, for that increased defenses from it by slowing enemies even more and stuff like that, taking less damage from them. Then otherwise we are going for energy shield and life hybrid nodes, some additional evasion rating, energy shield, of course maximum power charges, maximum frenzy charges. Here we do have our jewel, our lethal pride, as you can see here, 11,000 warriors under Chaos, and we have chance to double damage here. Then here it's just totem damage, chance to deal double damage as well, and on this talent, no, it's armor. So yeah, it's like 3 to 4 talents with double damage, which is very, very good indeed. Then we go for some additional accuracy and critical strike chance, more life, more leech, some leech being instant as well. Then here is our large cluster jewel. As you can see here, it's wand attack cluster jewel. We have some useful talents here for crit damage, just for damage in general, chance to maim. Then we are going for some Searching Eye Jewels, Abyss Jewels, that give us a lot of flat elemental damage and some critical strike multiplier, with our Megalomaniac giving us 2 talents, Repeater and Electric Presence. This one in particular is very needed indeed. So Wrath has 50% increased mana reservation efficiency and increased effective lightning elements too. This one you really need in order for you to have enough mana to use all your skills and be like okay. Then we go for some additional projectile. Monsters cannot block your attacks may be very good, especially if you're like farming maybe like Expedition. Then increased chain range, and some additional reduces to mana cost of skills, some critical strike multiplier, and again Abyss Jewels with flat damage and some crit multi. So this is mainly it when it comes to the regular talent tree of our character. Then we are, of course, on our Ascendancy. We go for Liege of the Primordial. That is a no-brainer. This is for Golem buffs. Shaper of Winter for to chill enemies, to slow them, and to get to receive less damage. Mastermind of Discord for increased damage and like just more. I mean, yeah, like ramping up our damage through these resistance. Lowering. And then Heart of Destruction gives us convergence, which is very powerful as well. So this is it when it comes to the talent tree. And now let's go through the items. I think it's like 10 minutes. It's just like good in terms of timings. Okay, so we have a Tornado Wand here, but you can find any high elemental DPS wand with high attack speed and high base critical strike chance. These two are very needed, and attacks with this weapon penetrate elemental resistances is pretty powerful too. Then our shield is just, we do have quite okay amounts of maximum resistances additionally just from gear, as you can see here, plus to maximum resistances. But just in general, you can find a lot of different ways to increase your spell block, increase your block chance. This shield in particular has nothing really good going on it. It is just a generic, very like kind of cheap one that has a lot of energy shield, a lot of life as well, and some other stats. But you can combine different types of defenses like block, spell block, maybe some recovery on block as well, being it energy shield or otherwise. Shields are very versatile here. Then helmet it has some mana reservation efficiency from the influence from the influence mods, and reduced mana cost for us to, as you can see here, the mana cost of Kinetic Fusillade is very low, and it has like 88 mana cost per second. It's just enough for us not to run out of mana and to be able to regenerate it even without any mana leech. So that's it. Otherwise, the shield, otherwise I mean the helmet, is just life, energy shield, and resistances. Body armor, pretty similar thing. You want to have as much energy shield and life combined. Regeneration is optional. It's good to have it, but yet again, you just try to have as much these generic defense stats that you can possibly fit. Maybe you want to have some additional evasion rating. Maybe you want to go for hybrid build, for hybrid base here, maybe with some spell suppression. That is going to be good as well. It all depends on how much you can pack into it. Then with our gloves, it is you are required to have inflict lightning exposure on hit, and some gain rage on attack hit as well. This will ramp your damage very drastically. Then flat elemental damage is good, otherwise life, maybe some energy shield resistances, yada. With our boots, we for sure want to have as high movement speed as possible. Chance to avoid being chilled is very good. You have Tailwind if you have dealt a critical strike recently, is very powerful as well, with increases of effect of Tailwind. Otherwise, it's just whatever you can find on those. With Amulet, it's Warped Timepiece, as you can see here, so it has increased attack speed, movement speed, reduced skill effect duration, very good stuff that we all require for this build. Then best to wear, this is a Dusk Ring, again for reduced skill effect duration. Don't put it in the right ring slot, you have to put it in the left ring slot. Then some attributes and rolls on it with non-channeling skills, having minus the total mana cost, which is very needed for us if you want to reserve as much mana as we do. Then with our second ring, it's Time Clasp, and it gives you again reduced skill effect duration, which is very necessary in here. Otherwise, it's just good. It gives you some attack speed, some recoups, unaffected by temporal chains, just like pretty good stuff. But we try to find with Kinetic Fusillade as much reduced skill effect duration as humanly possible. And then with our belt, it's just It's just enough of life and resistances and some attributes, whatever you can find. Of course, Stygian Vice would be preferred, as we do utilize Abyssal Jewels quite high on wand builds. And as you can see here, just regular jewel. Now, when it comes to the flasks, of course, it's one flask with immunity to Corrupting Blood and to bleeding, with some life. If you have immunity to Corrupting Blood on your jewels, maybe some corrupted ones, you can like try to go for different stuff. If you don't feel any pressure from bleeding and you want to instead deal with some other ailments, then Aziri's Promise, which is pretty powerful as well. Quicksilver Flask for our move speed, Cinder Swallow Urn for additional damage, for additional useful stuff, and then Dying Sun for additional projectiles, which again is one of the most like expensive stuff in this build, but it's not required at all. It's just like an addition for your character to be good. Then we are using Aegis Toolcraft and Molten Softcraft. As you can see here, it's increased attack damage, global critical strike chance, otherwise just as high item level and level as possible for these items. And this should be it for this build. If you enjoyed this video, for sure, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. I hope you're having a good time, and goodbye.